Hey guys, this is sycknesS here. I'm going to be casting this game of Nerchio in the bottom left against M.fOrGG in the top right. And this is the first game of Group A in IEM Cologne, Season 7. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit here at the start. So nothing really happens, as you all know, except a little cute drone micro. But we've seen that all before quite a few times, I think. So anyway, we see Nerchio's opening with racks, or sorry, Nerchio's opening with the hatchery, whereas M.fOrGG is opening with the racks first. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a good game. I can feel it. And to be honest, I've already seen it before. But don't tell anyone. So another good thing about Nerchio, his Overlord scouting paths are always pretty solid. He's gonna get right up here. He'll be able to see the CC timing and whatnot over here, assuming that M.fOrGG doesn't lift her axe and try to harass this Overlord. But yeah, so far standard game. It's interesting here. He has the drone out here to scout for an early rush, maybe some proxies. He just wants to be safe, and I do like that, having a drone dedicated to scouting. It does really help. And if you're not going to go all the way and scout to see what the Terran's doing, it's at least good to send him out there a little bit, just to make sure you're not getting rushed super hard. And he's going to bring a couple queens out. Hopefully he will get a couple extra queens, start the creep spread here pretty quick. M.fOrGG is up to 2 gas early though, so he's going to be teching rather quickly here. That's definitely not too normal for a Terran to do against the Zerg. He's probably going to be going up to Quick Factory or Banshees. It's really the two options here. See if Nerchio will be able to defend this. Now, let's see when Nerchio gets his gas timing as well. It's probably usually around 36. Let's see when he drops the double gas. Poke in there with a couple of things. He sees the CC fully operational and in a bunker. Still no gas, so he might be waiting up until around 44. Okay, here we go. Double gas at 42. He's going a little more mineral heavy. Focused on econ. Probably see a somewhat early third here. And yeah, I love it now that people are getting 4 queens off the bat. It's really good for defense now with the range and just getting all those creep tumors out. It's really great. And yeah, check out these Overlord placements here by Nerchio. Just really good placement for scouting for drops and any kind of air that we're gonna see. And it looks like he's gonna be going Banshee here. Just going 1-1-1 with Banshee play. And Nerchio does have an Evo chamber coming up. Good timing on that. And he's getting his second or his third and fourth gases around 50, 52 supply, 53 supply. And here comes Cloak for the Banshee too. Just look at this vision though. He's probably going to be able to catch that Banshee on the way. Well, not probably, but it's definitely a pretty good possibility with this Overlord placement, as you can see on the map. Okay, M.fOrGG trying to sneak in here, but great Zergling placement up here. Make sure he can't sneak through. He will be able to kill some of these drones, but not too many of them. Overall, that harass with the hellions not doing too much. And as you can see, the fact that Nerchio got the late gases really allowed him to pump ahead in harvester count. But whoa, look at this. dropping double CC after as a follow-up to these the Hellion and Banshee harass. The Hellions didn't do much, but let's see if this Banshee with Cloak is going to be able to do anything. And it's really not. He already has a Spore Crawler already. 2 Spore Crawlers, you know. So he's going to be pretty safe from this. He's not going to be able to get too much out of it. I didn't see if he caught that Banshee with one of these Overlords up here, but very well may have. Oh yeah. Not doing really anything. Getting 4 drone kills. Really not too worth it. But if you can get these 2 CCs to get up and fully operational without Nerchio killing him, it'll be a good investment. So those mules, you know, they really pay off. Nerchio's just gonna poke up, see what M.fOrGG's up to with these lings. I like these this ling placement right here. Be able to cancel that hatchery with these 2 Banshees. If so, that's a good play by M.fOrGG. He does get it. Nerchio does get the cancel on it though, so he only lost 75 minerals and delayed the timing not by too much either, and he does lose a Banshee, so getting a few more drone kills here. I think that brings it up to 7 or 8, maybe 9 kills from the Banshees on drones, and he did force 1 cancel, but it looks like he's going to lose both of these Banshees. I don't know if that's really worth it, to be honest. M.fOrGG has caught up in the SEV count, but once Nerchio's 3rd gets up, I'm assuming he's going to pump maybe 15 or so drones for that, and it'll bring him back ahead. M.fOrGG is able to build SCVs out of 4, and he's going up to even 5 command centers. Wow. I like this new macro style play, but from M.fOrGG, I don't know if it's going to be a little too much. It's going to be a little too weak for a little too long. This might allow Nerchio just to take the map. You have to be careful when playing that greedy. Make sure the Zerg doesn't just outgreed you by a little bit, but we'll see here. He's really powering up here with these Raxes, so it's going to be heavy bio with some tanks and hopefully some medevacs. M.fOrGG, I don't know. I'd like to see some more medevac production from him. Nerchio's doing well on these upgrades too. Getting his 2-2 here at a good timing. M.fOrGG though, hanging out at 1-1. He should be getting those upgrades going. He's got the gas for them. There we go. There they go. Right as I say it. Thanks M.fOrGG. Make me look smart. Now Nerchio using these infestors. I love his infestor play. He's got his Baneling Nest coming up. He knew he was pretty safe after that Banshee opening, so it's allowed him to delay his Baneling Nest a bit. Still no Spire though. Oh no, he does have a Spire going up right now. That's gonna help for drops if he needs it. I like that. If you don't have a Spire and the Terran goes heavy drop, you are in trouble, no matter what map really. Check this out. He's trying to sneak up in there, poke around with some infestors, get a little harass off. Now this might be very good here by Nerchio. I always like it. Once he gets his infestors out, he pretty much goes in, sees what he can do, tries to poke around. There's always a good chance that you'll be able to pick up a lot of kills here. And here we go. Is he going to double fungal? Yes, he is. Look at this harvester count drop. At the same time, he distracts this little ball to hopefully get some infestors away. Looks like he was going to get 1 away, unless he rescans. Oh, he rescans. Gets all the infestors. That still was a pretty decent trade there for Nerchio. I don't know if it was worth it, but it was at least close, and I like that he's putting the pressure on like that. He's just got a couple of groups of lings too spread out on the map. I'm gonna try to pull some guys down here maybe while he goes around and tries to get more SCV kills, but M.fOrGG's ready for that. He's got Also a good spread of units. He's going out with a small push here while he keeps a few tanks and some marines over here on his third for some defense. Oh, loses another infestor. I still like that he's using his infestors. And meanwhile, Nerchio's got his 4th up, and he's building his 5th and 6th base right now. So he really is taking advantage of all these CCs that M.fOrGG has built. And here we go for a backstab. Look at this Ling positioning right there. Just totally allowed him to realize when his army was moving out and capitalize with a nice backstab right there. And you know, he's keeping his harvester count down below around 60. Otherwise, M.fOrGG's SCV count would be even, probably roughly even to Nerchio's, and that might put Nerchio in a sour place. But look at this, another backstab here. I love how Nerchio keeps little contingent of Lings just ready for the backstab, and he gets pretty cost effective right there. That was a good trade for him there. Meanwhile, M.fOrGG does take out his 5th going up over here. But look at this, he's just gonna keep going with these backstabs. He knows M.fOrGG is so out of position. He got 1 hatchery for all this, but at what price? Nerchio is still going to be able to defend here. He kills so many of these SCVs and a bunch of units over there with that backstab. I really love it. He's not attacking into siege tanks really at all. I mean, except for here where he kind of has to defend. On his backstabs, M.fOrGG wasn't ready for them, so he was able to trade pretty cost effectively. And look at this, more Infestor sexiness by Nerchio. Take notes, guys. This guy really knows how to use infestors. Drops a few infested Terrans so these siege tanks all shoot each other, and then rolls in with a Ling so they don't just get exploded instantly. That's just beautiful. Great defense. All M.fOrGG really did was get 1 hatchery, and he also got backstabbed twice, killing a bunch of SCVs and a good chunk of his army. And Nerchio really traded cost effectively there. Look at this. Still giving him great vision of the bottom of this ramp here. I really like it. He's got his creep stride going too. He sees with these overlords and whatnot that a drop's coming in. He's just ready for it. He has just a small amount of Lings here, ready to attack. I really like how he has his Ling split up on the map. Pretty much denies that drop. This drop, I guess, already took some damage too. I didn't see that, sorry guys, but it's not going to do much, you know, with these spore crawlers and the spine, and also, you know, obviously some Lings. He does get a queen, but you know, I like that reposition of the spore crawler. Placements of Nerchio spore crawlers are great. It's really good against drops. And look at this, he's already getting cracked for his Lings, going up to 3/3 cracklings. And does he have the Greater Spire already? Yes, he does. He already has the Greater Spire too. So he's got Broodlords here before the 20-minute mark. It's great. He's getting another little backstab here, which is awesome. Again, I'm assuming he probably saw with this little Ling over here that M.fOrGG was trying to move out, and he just swings up around the other side. Gets an awesome backstab in here. He's keeping his harvester count down pretty low too. It's really nice. You know, M.fOrGG is going to constantly have to be producing SCVs, where he otherwise could be using the money with a stronger economy on just a lot more units, maybe taking a 4th. But because of all these backstabs, Nerchio is really taking advantage of this game. Now, if you look at the supplies, that might be a little bit deceiving here. M.fOrGG does have a great ball here of units, but he's low on tanks, and he's also behind on upgrades. And he doesn't have Broodlords. Nerchio already has Broodlords out, so the supply deficit isn't really going to be a problem for him. He should be able to defend this, you know. M.fOrGG has no answer for these broods. He's heavy on Marauders. He has very few Marines, and he has no Vikings, so that brood timing was just awesome, again, by Nerchio. Really solid play. He's not really missing a beat here at all. He's got all these infestors, full energy, broods. I mean, he's just going to rip through this. And if you'll see, Nerchio's taking a base right here. End base is in the top left and the middle left. And that is a great position for all of his bases, because 4GG is going to have to hit one of them, and he's going to either open himself up to a backstab or make it so he has to travel almost halfway across the map to hit the next base of Nerchio. So I like the positions of his 5th, 6th, and his 4th right over here. It's really gonna force 4GG to spread out as opposed to just moving straight down in one line and from 4GG's base to the heart of Nerchio's base. But look at this, just rolling up there with all these broodlords. Pretty early brood timing, and 4GG just was not ready for that quick of broods. You know, he didn't have any Vikings coming out, and wow, he just wasn't ready for that. Nerchio was able to tech so quickly because of those backstabs that he was able to pull off, because of the harass that he was able to do, and because he traded cost effectively with his infestors when he was on the defensive. And 4GG just wasn't ready for it, and he just rolls through him. That is just great game by Nerchio. You know, close to perfect. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have any constructive criticism, I'd love to hear it. I'll see you again soon.